Lucid Trading is one of the best prop firms to get funded with right now, rivaling companies like TopStep and MyFundedFutures with their competitive pricing and lenient rules during the evaluation and funded phase. It's no wonder they're the most talked about prop firm at the moment. They offer 90% profit split, have no recurring monthly fee, and offer up to 5 maximum funded accounts. So in this video, we'll be going over all the rules for the 4 different account types that they offer, the LucidPro, Black, Flex, and Direct, to see which one best fits you guys. And their most popular plan by far is the LucidFlex, which is currently priced at $65. You guys could get funded in as little as 2 days and get paid out in as little as 5 days. So we'll be going over everything you guys need to know. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Before we go ahead and get started, make sure you guys join my Discord link in the description. It has everything that we've gone over in this video. So in case you guys wanted to take a look at the rules again for yourself, or just in case you guys forgot what the rules were, it's nice and easily accessible for you guys. Make sure you guys utilize it, as well as make sure you guys catch me during the YouTube live streams. I live stream here on YouTube during New York Open. So if you guys want to come in and hang out, feel free to do so. And here we are on the Lucid Trading website. I just want to quickly take a glance at it before we go ahead and dive into the rules, just so you guys kind of get familiar with it. I would say these guys probably got one of the cleanest looking website designs that I've seen so far personally. Actually, it's probably one of my favorites, as you guys can see, an overall nice sleek design. But yeah, so far they've paid out about $20 million to traders. Like I said, these guys are relatively new. However, I would argue they are one of the most popular, most actively traded prop firms at the moment. They have the best rules, I would say, and the cheapest account on basically the entire industry. They have 24,000 active traders as well, and their payouts average 15 minutes. One other big thing about these guys is you guys can activate your funded accounts the same day you guys pass your evaluation. That's how quickly their dashboard updates. So you guys, if you pass your funded account at 10 a.m. New York Open and want to start trading your funded accounts, you guys could do that. Just wait for their dashboard to update really quick, and you guys could activate your funded account and start trading the same day. So that's another great thing about them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, finally, let's go ahead and dive into the valuation rules. Like I said, Lucid offers 4 different account sizes: the Lucid Pro, Black, Flex, and Direct. And their most popular plan by far is going to be the LucidFlex, and it's going to be my biggest recommendation. For this video's purpose, we will only be going over the 50K account size, just so it's nice and easy. Like I said, it's also the most popular, most traded account size. But yeah, this is going to be the base price with no discount. If you guys use my discount code, that's code MONK with 2 Ks, you guys will get a pretty nice discount. For new users, you guys will be getting 50% off on your first couple purchases. Otherwise, it will be 40%. Yeah, let's quickly go ahead and dive into the Lucid Pro accounts. So like I said, the base price will be $160. If you guys use code MONK, that'll be $80, 50% off. The profit target on the Lucid Pro accounts are going to be $3,000 with end of day drawdown. So this is end of day drawdown on every single Lucid account that you guys trade. There is a daily loss limit, however, of 1,200 on the pro accounts, and no consistency rule, meaning you guys could pass your eval in 1 day. Max size on this is going to be 4 minis, and you guys will get access to all the account max size, everything right off the bat. You guys, like I said, can also trade news. If you guys wanted to pass your evaluation during the news, you guys could do that as well. And like I said, the great thing about Lucid is there is no recurring fee. It's a one-time fee. So unlike maybe MyFundedFutures, where if you guys buy an account and are trading your evaluation, you guys will get rebilled usually, right? If you guys don't pass within the first month or whatever. With Lucid, you guys could take as long as you want. So if you guys take 5 months on your evaluation, they won't charge you a monthly fee. It's a one-time flat fee, and that's it. So $80 all in for the rest of, however, if you guys pass the account or blow the account, basically. So you guys can take as long as you guys need to do on that. And finally, we'll go ahead and dive into the LucidBlack eval. It's going to be $180, no discount, with $90 being with code MONK. 3K profit target, $2,000 drawdown, and also no daily loss limit. So you guys can trade this a little bit more aggressively. However, you guys can't pass in 1 day. It's 60% consistency rules, meaning you guys could pass in 2 days. Also, you guys get access to 4 minis, and you guys could trade news, and also no recurring fee. So all of the accounts are just a one-time fee. And this is going to be my favorite account as well, the LucidFlex. $65 is the cheapest by far the entire futures industry, no questions asked. You guys can get an account. $3,000 is gonna be your profit target. Also $2,000 end of day drawdown. No daily loss limit, so you guys can trade it aggressive if you guys want. Also 50% consistency rule, meaning also 2 minimum trading days. You're probably wondering why it's 60% and 50% here. You know, why wouldn't they just make it the same? LucidBlack, you could just get a little bit more leniency with the 60%. However, if you trade the LucidFlex, you'll have to make about $1,500 on the dot almost if you guys want to pass your account. So I mean, realistically it'll probably come out to 3 days, but 2 days if you guys are right on the dot. $1,500 for 1 day, and then another $1,500 on the second day. Max size is also going to be 4 minis, and news, everything, no recurring fee, whatever. Here is going to be my least recommended account, the LucidDirect. This is basically just going to be your straight to funded account, and it's just going to come out to a hefty price. I honestly don't recommend it. I'm not going to even go over the rules, to be honest. I don't recommend it at all. You know, sure, it's nice if you guys use my code and I get a fat, you know, kickback from it, but it's overall not a nice trading account, because you guys will kind of see during the funded phase the rules aren't too friendly. So, and let's go ahead and finally dive into the funded rules. So LucidPro accounts, nothing really changes with the starting balance or the drawdown. So Lucid Trading is an end of day drawdown prop firm, so you guys will never have to worry about trailing or intraday drawdown, which is nice. It's going to be $2,000, nice and consistent. There is a daily loss limit on the pro accounts, which is going to be $1,200. So if you guys are below the $2,000 buffer slash drawdown mark, then you guys will have a daily loss limit of $1,200. However, if you guys make more than $2,000, then you guys will have a 60% of your peak end of day balance daily loss limit, right? There is a consistency rule of 40% and profit split of 90%, which is the big thing with Lucid. They are 90% profit split for all the accounts. Every single one that you guys see is 90% profit split. That's why a lot of people are trading with them. Also, you guys get access to all of your micros and minis immediately. So your scaling is right off the bat. As soon as you guys get funded, you guys get access to all 4 minis, which is nice. Minimum days of profit to get a payout is going to be 5 winning days of $100, and the minimum payout is going to be $500 across the board. Maximum payout that you guys can get with the Lucid Pro accounts is going to be $1,500, scaling up to $2,500. I'll quickly show you guys the little graph for you guys. Just so it's nice and easy to see. For your payout eligibility on the Lucid Pros, it's going to be 5 winning days of 100, like I said up here. You guys have to meet your consistency rule of 40%, and you have to be above your buffer, meaning you have to have at least over $2,000 to request a payout on the Lucid Pros, and you guys can get paid out, you know, every 5 days. So as long as you have 5 winning days of 100, you guys meet the consistency rule, and you guys are above $2,000, then you guys can request a payout on the Lucid Pros. For the Lucid Black accounts, there is no daily loss limit. The consistency rule is going to be 40% and 90% profit split. There is a scaling plan on the Lucid Black accounts, meaning you don't get access to all your contracts right away. You have to build up for it. So I'll kind of put a chart on the screen for you guys. There is no minimum days of profit. So, you know, as long as you guys meet the requirement, then you guys can request a payout. So the minimum payout is going to be $500, and maximum payout is going to be $1,500 on the Lucid Black accounts. And you are also eligible for bonus payouts, and we'll quickly go over that really quick. So the standard payout on the Lucid Black account is going to come out to be $1,500 on the 50Ks. However, there is a unique scenario where you guys can request for more, and I will explain that in a second. However, like I said, to get a payout, you guys have to reach a profit goal on the Lucid Black, which is going to come out to be $3,000. This resets each time you guys request a payout. So you guys just have to maintain that $3,000 profit goal each time you guys request a payout. It's not you have to make $3,000 each time. It's just you have to maintain that $3,000 profit balance, right? Then you guys can request $1,500. However, you guys will be able to get access to more payouts after your second payout, right? So if you guys can only request for $1,500 on your first payout. However, anything beyond that, so your second payout, you guys can request an additional $1,500 if you guys somehow manage to make $5,000 profit instead, right? So instead of the $3,000 profit goal, you guys make $5,000 instead, then you guys will be able to get access to something they call a bonus payout maximum, right? Where instead of reaching this, you know, standard goal where you guys can request $1,500 right here, you guys get access to an additional bonus profit where you guys can request an additional $1,500. Now this brings your total up to $3,000 payout for that cycle, and imagine that with 5 accounts, right? So that's going to be pretty big. However, I don't really recommend that. This is for more aggressive, more experienced traders, just so you get payout every 3 days, right? If you guys wanted to do that, I don't personally recommend it if you guys are beginners. And I'll quickly dive into my favorite account right now. And here we are on my favorite account, the LucidFlex. This is my favorite account by far and my biggest recommendation for you guys. Like I said, $65 for the account, no activation fee if you guys manage to pass. If you guys use code MONK, there is no daily loss limit and no consistency rule. So we're already off to a great start. Profit split is gonna be 90%, and it is gonna be scaling on the contract size. So I'll put the chart back up on the screen for you guys so you guys can take a look at it. And the minimum days of profit, you need 5 winning days of $150. The minimum payout for this is going to be $500, and the maximum is going to be 50% of your profits, and that's going to be capped at $2,000. So technically, if you guys make $4,000 of profit, you guys can request up to 50% of that, coming out to be $2,000, which is the cap. Like I said, I'm not too big of a fan personally of the 50% questable profit. However, it is 90% profit split, so that is great news. And the only requirement for a payout on the LucidFlex account is you just need 5 winning days of $150. So there is no buffer required, meaning you guys can make, you know, $1,000 and request 50% of that, right? As long as you guys have 5 winning days, you guys can request a payout. So if you guys make $1,000, you guys wanted to go ahead and request a payout, you guys could request $500. Obviously, you guys won't be left with any drawdown, but it's great for getting your foot in the door. It's $65. You know, that's easily a nice ROI, right? And you guys get paid out every 5 days, right? So 5 days of payout frequency, 3 days, and then 5 days. And here is my least favorite account, the LucidDirect, which I don't recommend you guys trade. And you guys can probably already tell by the consistency rule, it's gonna be really tight, it's gonna be really strict. However, you know, it is a straight to funded account, so I guess there's that. So the daily loss limit is gonna be similar to the LucidPros. If you guys are below the trailing or below the drawdown, which is 2,000, it's gonna come out to be 1,200. But if you guys make more than that, then you guys transition that daily loss limit over to be 60% of your peak end of day balance, right? There is a consistency rule of 20%, and you guys get access to all of your contracts immediately, which is 4. So the minimum days of profit, there is none. It's just you guys need to you guys just need to log 8 trading days. As long as you guys trade 8 days, you guys can request a payout. Minimum payout is gonna be $500. So also the maximum payout is going to be capped at $2,000 for your first 3 payouts, and then on your 4th payout and beyond, you guys get access to $2,500 of max payout. To be able to be eligible for a payout on the straight to funded accounts or the LucidDirect, you guys need to make $3,000. So you guys need to make $3,000 on your profit goal on your first payout. And on your second payout and beyond, you only need to make $2,500. So I mean, there's that, but I think the biggest deal killer for me is gonna definitely be the consistency rule. You guys just have to be trading really reserved, very consistent. And yeah, that's basically gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about Lucid in the comments below. If you guys are trading with them, if you guys aren't trading with them, if you guys want to trade with them. I will have this whole document in my Discord, so you guys go ahead and check it out for yourself in case you guys want to take a look at it again. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it from me. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever. I will see y'all later. Peace.